What you think about when you're born into a fire? Let them burn it out. Sell them to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay. They tell us lies and fade away, fade away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. Listen up now, because we're never dropping out. Beat the odds, beat the big house. The brains are bigger than the doubt. We've been thinking for ourselves, never let the truth fade away. This is bigger than ourselves, we won't let the world burn away, burn away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. To blame, haters face the world's mistakes. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. And we feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. To blame, haters face the world's mistakes. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. What you think about when you're born into a fire? Let them burn it out. Sell them to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay. They tell us lies and fade away, fade away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. Listen up now, because we're never dropping out. Beat the odds, beat the big house. The brains are bigger than the doubt. We've been thinking for ourselves, never let the truth fade away. This is bigger than ourselves, we won't let the world burn away, burn away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. To blame, haters face the world's mistakes. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway.
And a very good day, Jim here. Right, I was streaming this last night and I tried it twice and I failed it twice. If you happen to catch that, or you didn't catch it, what I did was run a red aspect twice at the same spot, Twice I knew it was coming up, and twice I ran a red aspect. So basically that means that I passed a sign at danger, signal passed at danger. It's called a SPAD. I've actually turned that off. That's one of the options within the game itself that you can turn off. I should actually have turned it off. Not that I plan on running red lights all the time, but yeah, it was a little bit annoying because I knew it was coming up, and still tried to learn it. But anyway, here we are. So we're in Train Simulator 2021. We're using the class, where's my mouse gone? We're using the class 68 and the Just Trains Chiltern main line. And this is the scenario here, the 1 Uniform 50 Marylebone to Banbury. So that's what we're going to do. This is now the 6th time that I've looked at it. I was testing Train Simulator 2021 yesterday, and you know, doing some recordings, checking audio, and I think everything's all okay. The people on the stream yesterday said that the audio was fine, because I don't want to be shouting over the game audio. So let's see. So I did it 3 times just to test everything, and then I actually ran the scenario itself 2 further times during the stream, and I failed miserably. 37 minutes into it, and what happens? Yep. There was a yellow aspect, and that normally means that there's going to be a red aspect or a yellow aspect following. And I even said it in the stream yesterday that I'm probably following another train. And that's exactly what it was, and I still ran the red light. So this is my 3rd attempt. I'm determined to actually finish this scenario. It's a grand little scenario on this line, actually. And it says duration 77 minutes. Yeah, let's see how that goes. So let's get into it. So as I said, this is the scenario we're doing. Difficulty is level 3. I think it's out of 5. Yeah, I think it's 3 out of 5. I was doing good for time. I just need to focus on what the lights are doing. So let's get started. And I did do a quick test before starting the stream here today, make sure everything's working. So fingers crossed. That's the thing about streaming, you have so many things that can go wrong, such as game audio, or the streaming software, or the controls. But I think we're good to go. Alright, just waiting on instructions here. There we go. So good evening, driver. Please load passengers now and prepare to depart at 1721. So all I need to do here is just press the button to open the doors. Let's have a quick look outside. Where's the rest of my train? There we go. So the doors are open, and just a matter of letting the passengers all load up now. But yeah, this is a grand little scenario. I thoroughly enjoyed it yesterday, except for the fact that I messed up twice. Yeah. And if you are really bored, you can actually have a look at those previous videos, and you'll actually hear me saying, yeah, I know what they say is there's probably going to be a red aspect, and I still ran through it. It's all good though. And here we are in the Oxford Flyer. So the only thing I need to make sure that I do here is start on time. So I'm going to jump back in the cab. So these passengers do seem to take forever to get on board. So we're already like 15 seconds late, but that's okay. This is a grand little train. There we go. Right away, next stop, Bacon. And I was calling this Beaconsfield. It is Beacon. I was calling it Bacon yesterday. Alright, brakes off. Reverse or forward. Clear the alert. Let's get going. Speed limit 25. Yes, I know this one like the back of my hands now. The only thing I need to do is not speed. But look at this. I love it. As I said on the stream yesterday, this is my train set. $18, $19. Alrighty. Right, I think we're good to go. Oh look, we've got a yellow aspect. Now I didn't have that yesterday. And it looks like there's a red aspect beyond that. Oh, there we go, it's just changed. Right, I do need to keep an eye on the lights, because this is what did me yesterday. And I'm speeding. Oh dear. But look at it. It's cracking stuff. Love it. I'm not going to apply the brakes. I'm just going to stick the gear into neutral. And you know what? Let's apply the brakes a little bit. Hold. Apply. There we go. Back into hold and release. There we go. This has got like a 4-step brake. It's like emergency brake, apply, hold and release. Fairly straightforward. Right, we're now in a 50. Let's get going. And at the moment we're 2 minutes ahead of the schedule. If you look down at the HUD on the bottom left, it's got an ETA of 1741. That's when I'm expected to arrive, or that's when I'm due to arrive, but I don't need to be there until 1743, which is the first time down there on the little grey box on the left. So fingers crossed I make it. And fingers crossed that I don't run the red lights again. So there we go, another green aspect. Should be good to go. And have I got my lights on? Yeah. Fairly dim tunnel. Oh, there we go, speeding. But the speeding's a minor thing. I just want to actually finish it. And like this is 77 minutes. Shouldn't be too bad. There we go. Let's get it under 1 mile an hour over the speed limit. And that's the only problem with it. You do 1 mile over and it tags you as speeding. And Viper Strikes in the chat. Hello my friend, good to see you. I'm doing the same scenario that I started yesterday and failed yesterday. Dougal McTavish, now just checking my speed here. Dougal says, "Good day Seamus, sorry I can't stay but swinging by to say hello." You're always welcome mate, always welcome. This is a scenario that I tried twice yesterday. And I ran a red light twice yesterday, so let's pick the speed up. I actually did turn off the SPAD, as in passing. And let me get round here. The SPAD basically just means you passed a light of danger, you passed a red light. So I've turned it off that it doesn't actually stop the game now. But where's my... Oh, I just realised I was zoomed all the way out. Hit the alert, there we go. See that? The aspect went from yellow to green, so yet again we're following a train again, so I just need to keep my eyes on this. But it's very nice of you gents to stop by and say hello. Very kind of you. Viper Strike says, "Had issues with my NVIDIA driver yesterday, fixed it by installing the previous version." Yeah, you know, I seem to be reading that a lot about an NVIDIA drivers. I'm really lucky. I always update. I'm just one of these people that update every time an update comes out, regardless of what it's for. And I've not had any problems. But again, that's probably more pure luck than anything. But look at this, look at all the AI, oh, and I'm speeding. Look at all this AI traffic. I was suitably impressed with this yesterday, actually. And I'm going to let it slow down on its own. So what are we? We're still 2 minutes ahead of schedule. But there is still time for me to make a mess of it. Viper Strike 95 says, "It's weird that Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 is the only game that has issues with the new versions." Yeah, it does seem to have its fair share of problems, my friend, doesn't it? You know, and it's... I think that the problem is, I'm saying the problem is, though I know what I'm talking about, but you know, the thing is with all these Windows updates and Microsoft Flight Simulator, the two of them together, it's like there's at least one or the other is doing an update during the week, and I'm sure things are breaking until they get it all leveled out, you know. Right, sound the horn just because. We're coming into a 65, and we've still got a green aspect, which is very cool. And more AI trains, love it. And for those of you that were on the stream yesterday, you heard me say that this is my train set. And yeah, I'm glad I don't have trail, I'm speeding. Come on, there we go, 65. Yeah, it started the downhill gradient there before I had a chance to apply a little bit of brake. But never mind, we've got 65 coming up. Let's just keep this going. But yeah, I was determined to finish this yesterday, but after looking at this first part of the track five times, I was getting a wee bit bored of looking at it, and I'm speeding. So let's apply a little bit of brake, and then put it into hold. There we go. So all that does, and then release. Okay, so all that really does, and look, on a 75. The things I'm doing just to try and make sure that I don't speed here. But you know, this is the same as truck driving. There's no seat of the pants feel, you know, there's no feeling of motion, and but I just need to be a little bit more observant. Same as in truck driving, actually. Alright, there we go, 75. Keep it level 1 maybe. No, level 1. There we go. That should stop us slowing down too much. And we're accelerating. Pull it back. There we go. Right, we still have a green aspect. Nice. So I hope the day is treating everybody well. It's this we're in an 85. Nice. Listen, this goes up to 100, as you can see coming up. Oh, look at that. Love it. Really love it. So the this is the Just Trains Chiltern main line, and it comes with I think it's either 5 or 6 scenarios. Some of them you need to buy additional DLC, but this Class 68 that I'm driving, this actually comes with it. So that red aspect is not for this line. We've got a green aspect ahead, so just keep my eyes open. And I can't imagine this scenario changing since yesterday, so I really should know how far I need to go. So let's look at the task log. There we go, we get 17 miles, 16 miles. And really, as long as I don't catch up too much on the train ahead, and really the time, it's got an estimated time of arrival 17:41 and 19 seconds. Yesterday it was 17:41 and 13 seconds, so I'm almost driving identical to the way that I was yesterday. Let's have a quick look outside actually. Amazing, absolutely incredible. And I'm just doing a forward view here because I can see some lights coming up. I want to make sure that yep, that's a green. Okay, over the top of the bridge, there we go. $99. Let's pull her back. Fraction slower than yesterday, but none of that really matters if I don't finish driving, does it? There we go. Let's jump in the cab for the last bit. Sweet. So the other thing about doing this yesterday was it's given me a chance to get my head around what's required. Doesn't mean to say I won't make any mistakes, but the plan is not to make any mistakes. And when I say any, I mean major ones like running the red aspect. And the braking in this is actually fairly nice because again you've only got the 4 settings, you know. You've got release, hold, apply and emergency. That's it. So really for most of the general driving, all you've really got is hold, release and apply. So the brakes are nice and simple on this. And the throttle's just an 8-step throttle. So I'm looking at the light there. Yep, green. Nice. So really I've got quite a fair bit to go. Let's another quick look at the task log. Yeah, 12 miles. I do get a little bit paranoid about missing the lights and missing the station, especially after having done this twice already. I got 37 minutes into it. Each time and I ran the red aspect, same place. But Train Simulator 2021, it's an amazing simulator, in all honesty. I do have Train Sim World 2 as well, and I need to get back into that. But at the moment I'm focusing on this one because it has steam trains. Train Simulator World does not yet. They're still working on it, and but for now I've got a huge amount of steam trains, and those are... I'm not sure if the word is difficult or confusing. Because probably confusing, because difficult, it's not that difficult, but there's a lot more to take into account. So probably confusing is probably the better word there. You know, just controlling your steam, controlling your temperatures, controlling your coal, as well as driving the train and stopping at all the right spots and all the rest of it. So there's a lot more to take on board. So difficult, no. But there's just a lot more controls that you need to get your head around. I guess it's a bit like driving a manual train and a manual car and going to an automatic. You know, you're both driving a car, but one just has a few more controls. And that's the way that I look at the steam trains in Train Sim 2021. Just a lot more controls on it. But I'm determined to do it, and really these early streams on Train Sim 2021 is just to get everything all working. And here we got Langers 1987. Is that an L or an I? I think it's Langers. How you doing, my friend? I haven't seen you for a while. Refreshing to hear a fellow Scot. Yes. Yes, us Celts, or we got an Irishman with two-tone Murphy. Now you got a Scotsman on here. So good to see you, mate. I think you were on one of my streams a couple of weeks ago, mate. You popped in to say hello, so you're very welcome. Yeah, we're in Train Simulator 2021 here for a change. My third attempt at the same route. Or the same scenario, rather. And, yeah, let's have a quick look outside. We'll stick our heads out the window first, actually. Yep, still got a green aspect. We're good to go. Yeah, Langers 987 says, yeah, the last one he saw was in the bus. Nice. Yeah, I was actually... Oh, there we go. A lot of noise there. I was doing quite a lot of bus stuff. Just really because changing games for me anyway, I do new screens, you know, like starting soon and all the rest of it. I do new screens and also have different settings in OBS. Also have to set up the stream deck. So every time I change simulator, it's a couple of days of work for me, you know. But I think I've got like 6 or 7 different sims all set up now, and I can just bounce between them. So really this is only day 2 in Train Simulator 2021, and so I'm watching those lights. I don't want to fail again. Langers 97 said the bus journey number 1 was paying you. Graphics looking great. Yeah, you know, and they keep updating it every year, you know. It's there's a ton of DLC for this, and okay, it's not the newest of graphics engines, but huge amount of DLC out there, and it still really captures driving a train. Langer says as long as you enjoy it, that's the main thing. Absolutely. Right, we've got 5 miles to go, and this is when the palms of my hand starts sweating, because it's like, I've been here before, and I've said that before as well, but I've been here before, and I don't want to mess it up again. So I'm going to stick it at 98, because I have a feeling I'm probably going to be following another train again. Dare I look at the 2D map? No, I'm going to stay here. I'm staying here, and yeah. Right, there we go, yellow aspect. Power off, slow down. Yep. There's AWS, hit that. I'm going to slow down. Right, apply those brakes. Right, let's hold that. Right, we got another light coming up that I can't see. So I'm going to release the brakes there at 50 and hope that's enough. This should be enough to keep me away from the train in front. And that was the thing, I'm still a minute and a half ahead of schedule. And that was probably why I kept getting the yellow aspects followed by the red, because I was getting too close to a train. And that's the thing you have to remember. There we go, it's green aspect, nice. But I'm not going to get carried away, I'm just going to keep it here for now. This is probably what I should have done yesterday, was keep the speed down, because I'm not going to be late. I mean, I'm still a minute 15 ahead of schedule. Had I done this yesterday, I probably would not have run the red light. But it's all good. It's all part of learning train simulators. And I really do enjoy this. In fact, let's zoom back out again. I keep forgetting to zoom back after I've had a look at something. But yeah, so this is my dash. A lot of the buttons don't do very much, and I've got these set. Most of the ones that do something I've got configured for a rail driver. And, right. Okay, don't panic, Seamus, don't panic. I just don't want to run a red light again. Right, task log, what do we got? So, pick up passengers from Beaconsfield Platform 2. Arrive 1743. I think I'm going to keep it at 45 miles an hour here, guys. So, hope the day's treating you well, Langers. It's good to see you again, like I'm saying. It's always good to see a fellow Scot in the chat. As indeed it's good to see anybody out there. Alright, I'm rubbing my hands. I'm not sure if that's nervous panic or... I don't want to have to go through this station for this scenario again. And what do we got? I'm still estimated time of arrival 1741. Yeah. Nice. Yep, you know what? I think we're going to do it today. In fact, I think this actually wasn't the problem. I did make it to this station yesterday, but it was the one after this. And again, getting too close to the train in front. So what I'm planning on doing here is when I hit the edge of the platform, I try to get under 30 miles an hour, something like that. So you'll bear with me for a moment while I get in a small panic here. Salaga says, yep, watching some streamers such as yourself, there was a vehicle fire right outside my house, so I was briefly interrupted. Luckily no one was hurt. Nice, that's good. That's always good when nobody's hurt, my friend, you know. Right, so start braking. Apply. Oh. I left it a bit late there, actually. I'm holding my breath. Right, that was just a smidgen off. That was a smidgen off emergency brake there. Right, one thing I want to show you is these gauges down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to release the brake pressure. So I'm going to pull back to do release until it gets to the yellow gets to about 5, and then put it on hold. That way I've got a little bit of brake pressure on, and just so that the train doesn't go rolling backwards, because yes, the train will roll backwards if you're on a hill. So there we go. Let's have a look. Task log. Depart 1744. Look at that. This is excellent. I like being early. I like being early. Right, let's have a quick look outside. Look at this, Chiltern Railways. Love it. Keep back from the platform edge. Passing trains cause air turbulence. Beaconsfield. Yeah, I need to call it Beacon and not Bacon. I think if you were on my streams yesterday, you would have heard me call it Bacon all the time. Right, where else have we got? We got the where is it? There's no for some reason there's no carriage view in here, but that's okay. But what we do have is the free camera. And if you were in my stream yesterday, you will have seen this. How many of us have stood on top of bridges watching trains, you know? But look at that. Beautiful. Love it. Absolutely love it. Alright, let's jump back in the cab and get ready to go. So like I'm saying, the reason I did that is just so that the brakes are a wee bit easier to come off, you know, not so far to go, but it's on 5. And what have we got on the bottom? So you just release the brakes and enough there to hold it in place. We've got a green aspect in front, which is good. So I just need now permission to leave. And the doors actually shut on their own. Oh, I've got so many buttons in front of me, I can never... Where's the head out view? There we go. Right, next stop, High Wycombe. And see, I don't know if you saw that or not, but the doors actually shut on their own. Front cab view, brake release, and away we go. But I do plan on doing some more streams with Euro Truck Simulator. I had somebody yesterday ask me if I was going to be jumping back in Euro Truck Sim, and the answer is yes. And really, once I've got all my sims up and running, then, you know, I'll probably just be bouncing between them. And, you know, sadly, I don't schedule. I'm very, very random. It's like before I stream it'll probably take me like 5 minutes to decide whether or not I'm going to stream or not. And so really that's about the amount of time that I give myself. Is like, oh, I'm going to stream this. And I don't know. I'm not sure if I want to start doing a schedule or not. I know some people like it, some people don't. You know, it's just one of those things. I'll stream when I feel like it, and hopefully we get some lads and lasses coming along to have a watch and have a chat, you know. Right. Okay. I'm just getting concerned now because we've got a set of lights coming up. In fact, I don't actually need this anymore. Let's get rid of this. So the only thing that I need to keep my eyes open for at the moment, and I'm going to keep the speed around 50. I'm holding my breath here, honestly. It's like, please don't let this be a red. There we go, we've got a green. So I think we're far enough back now. Let's have a look at the task log as well. Arrived at 17:53. Alright. So let's get the show on the road, as you say. Langers says, do you have the controls for the sim? Yes, I do. I've actually got Rail Driver, and absolutely love it. I've been thinking about buying the Rail Driver for many years, and I never actually got around to buying it. Then I was talking to Diesel Dan, and he actually had it, and I thought, you know what, I really need to give it a go, because I've been playing train simulators for ever since Microsoft Train Simulator, which I'm just looking at now up on my shelf. It's installed, and you know what, I might even stream that one of these days as well. But yeah, I would say that the rail driver is adequate. It's the best we have, shall we say. There's nothing else out there that really compares to it. I really wish that I could understand the API that talks to the train simulator, because then I would build my own. I was building my own button box and lever controls. What is this? Is this an amber? Yeah, there's an amber throttle off. I'm not going to get caught again. Alright, AWS acknowledged. Right, start braking there, Seamus. Like, brake heavily, Seamus. I should know this. Oh dear. Right, let's keep it there for now, because it looks like the track's ending. Pick up passengers from High Wycombe, arrive 17:53. Wow, we're like 5 minutes ahead. Oh no, we're not. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the clock and not the... There's that red aspect. Okay, let's get those brakes on. This is what caught me out yesterday. And the what... Alright, needed to acknowledge that. Hold the brakes. Release the brakes. And put them back on. Alright, so I'm going to do the same as what I did before. I'm going to release the brakes back a bit. There we go. So I'm going to have a look at the 2D map as well, see what's actually going on here. So there's where we are here, in the middle of the map. Try to see what's actually holding us up. Let's center back on player. Okay. Oh, there we go. So you got a red aspect in front of this guy. Oh, that's what it is. So this guy's getting held up with the red aspect there. And the blue line, if you follow all the way back, and there's another red aspect. Where am I? Center on player. That was silly. That's me. Okay. I can't read the map. So there's me behind the red. I need to go this way. Okay. Do I need to change the points? I don't think so. No. Oh, there we go. We've got a red aspect at the station, but I'm not quite sure why. I'm trying to see what's going on here. Yeah, red aspect there. I don't really know, because I can't see another train. Except for this guy in the sidings, on the side there. You know what, I guess we just have to wait and see, actually. Sorry about moving this map around like this. Right, you know what, I've actually got a button that says pass ahead at danger. Let's press that and see what it does. Request to pass, signal at danger denied. Right, so we're just going to have to sit and wait, I guess. But at least I didn't barge through it like I did the previous 2 times anyway. But it's interesting though that I cannot actually see what is holding us up. So you know what, I'm going to go back in the map again. So center on player, there I am. Follow the blue line across. Oh, there we go. There we go. See that? It's this guy. I didn't look far enough. Nice. There we go. Excellent. I always like to know why we're doing these things. Beautiful. I'm feeling rather pleased with myself now. I didn't run the red light, and I was able to actually see what the problem was. So let's jump outside. And we got the green. How cool is that? But here's the thing, that didn't catch me out, but I'm just hoping that, you know, I have never been past this part now, so this is all new territory. And what do we need to do? Task log is pick up passengers from High Wycombe platform 2. And that's what we're approaching. Right. Nice. Let's get some happy passengers. How with time? We're 30 seconds overdue. That's fine. At least we're going to make it this time. So throttle off and get ready to start braking. Yeah, and you're more than welcome to jump over to a Discord there, Langers. It's we do have sections on, you know, trucks and trains and trams and buses. Alright, let's start braking. Apply. It's not a short platform, but it's hugely long either, so release the brakes and let's roll in here. Yeah, a bit too aggressive there with the brakes actually, but I don't mind losing points for timeliness, or timekeeping rather, but alright. But the good thing I like about this controller is the there's a little notch. In fact, let me open the door. Where's the doors? Okay, open the doors. There's a little notch that prevents you from putting it into emergency brake. I'm just releasing the brakes here again. Get it back up to about 5. There we go. So yeah, so it stops you actually from putting the brakes on by accident. And Diesel John's in the house. Hello, mate. Yeah, I'm driving a train. This is my, and I apologise to those in the chat who've heard me say this already, this is my 3rd attempt to doing this, because yesterday when I was streaming I did a SPAD twice, I run a red aspect twice. I even said it in the stream, oh, we've probably got a red aspect coming up. And yes, we did. And yes, I run it. But I've actually disabled that in the game now. Not because I plan on running red aspects, but just because I don't want it to stop the game. You know, I can slap my own wrist for doing it, but I don't want it to actually stop the scenario and having to restart again. So I got that turned off. But welcome, Dan. I hope the day is treating you well, mate. I'm really loving this. This is the Chiltern main line from Just Trains, and this is a Class 68, which is a diesel electric. Oh, and you just put that in the chat. What train and where are you running to and from? Hey, Dan. This is a Chiltern main line from Just Trains. I'm running the Class 68. And I knew you would ask me where from and to. I think I've actually got it in the description, mate. I'm not too sure, though. But that's your questions for the day, mate. In fact, let me... Oh, here we go. Right away, next stop, Princess Ryborough. Right, let's get going. Brakes off. And away we go. Yeah, I can't remember, mate, to be honest. I think it's in the description. And I wrote that like 20 minutes ago. That was a long time ago for me to remember that, mate. So, but I tell you, I'm really getting back into Train Simulator 2021. But look at this. And yeah, for those of you who are asking about the controller, it was Diesel John that actually recommended this controller to me. And yeah, I cannot thank him enough, to be honest. This is totally outstanding. It really it is night and day. Once you get your head around it, I mean, it's a little bit touchy sometimes on the brakes, but because there's no real feedback as such. But that's a minor issue. Right, 55. Right, let's get it back a wee bit. But one thing I do need to keep my eyes open is these lights. Yeah, you. So yeah, Diesel John says you. So St. Clinton's following. Thank you very much. It is very kind of you, my friend. I don't think I've seen your name before, so welcome. Welcome. Yeah, yesterday, Dan, I was having huge problems. I was missing the AWS, so of course we went into emergency braking. Then I run the red light twice as well, and this is all on the same route. So by yesterday, I was sick of actually looking at this route. So I go, I'm not doing it again. And then this morning I woke up and I thought, yep, let's do it. But I'm really loving this. It's a 80-minute route, 80-minute scenario, and with these diesel electrics, it is simple controls compared to the steam. But I don't know. I'm really enjoying this though. Alright, let's have a look at the task log. What have we got? We got arrive 1803, so we got about 5 minutes here, and I'm like 12 seconds overdue. So far my timekeeping is doing very nice. Oh, look at the buses. Hello, buses. And for those of you that are new to the stream, first of all, welcome. And the bus, and it is called The Bus. That was the first game I started streaming on, and they've got an MAN double decker coming out soon in phase 2, so I'm looking forward to that. Alright, let me just check this light. Let me just check this aspect coming around, because earlier we had an oncoming train and that's why it stopped, so I just want to make sure we don't have that. Yep, green aspect, excellent. What have we got? So St. Clinton said, this is my first time here. I got this game about a week ago and I'm learning a lot watching you. Well, thank you very much, it's very kind of you. Also bought Train Simulator World 2, but not joining as much as... Okay, myself and Diesel John are 100% in agreement with your comment there, mate. This is a standard route, Diesel John. It actually comes with the Just Train's Chiltern mainline route, so it's actually part of it, mate. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant the train. My apologies. I read the question, and then my brain interpreted it as something else. Yes, this is a standard route, but it is the Just Train's Chiltern mainline route with the Class 68 thrown in. Sorry, that was a simple question that I completely made into a hugely long answer there. What have we got? Diesel John says, I've got the DLC 2 somewhere. Yeah. But this is wonderful. This is a level 3 scenario, which I was a little concerned about. But now this is my 6th time running it. I now know how to control the train. He says optimistically. Let's get the speed up there, Seamus. Hey, let's sound the horn. Love it. Another green aspect. Love this. This is so enjoyable, I tell you. I was enjoying it last night, but it was like almost midnight. So I just thought, nah, had enough. Let's have another blast today. But yeah, what have we got? Where do we go? Yeah, it's St. Clinton, and I'm speeding. I do that a lot. If you want to jump onto a Discord, you know, we could be glad to help you over there, mate. If you just want to put exclamation mark Discord in the chat, then then feel free to pop on over and we can certainly help you out, because you said you're fairly new to this, but myself and Dan are in there a lot. And we'd be more than happy to help you if you have any questions, mate. Diesel John says, I'm going to have to get the rail driver out now. And this is the joys of having multiple sims. There's never enough room on your desktop for all the controllers. So, and right, let's slow down here, Seamus. So I'm going to apply the brakes and then put it on hold. Let it come back down, then release the brakes. Where are we stopping? Task log. Princess Riseborough, platform 3. Okay, so we're going downhill. We did 79 miles an hour. And one thing that I mentioned earlier, St. Clinton, the good thing about this, it's a diesel electric, and the brakes have got 3 positions plus emergency, so it's really release, hold, and apply. And talking about that, I'd better start applying them. Instead of talking about these brakes, let's start applying them, because we're heading down a hill and we've got less than a mile to go. So the plan here is to get to the end of the platform doing approximately 25 to 30 miles an hour. And then depending on the length of the platform, depends on... Right, let's release that. So there's the brakes release. We've got a third of a mile, we should be good. But that's the thought process there, and I'm still learning this one myself, St. Clinton. I only got it out the box, so to speak, yesterday, so we're doing a wee bit quick. Apply the brakes, yeah, a bit more brakes. And release the brakes. That's a nice long platform, and we're doing 21 miles an hour. Excellent. And we're just cruising in. Look at this, smooth as... I was going to say butter, but let's stop. I haven't stopped yet, so... Right. Don't ruin it, James. Don't ruin it. Please stop. Please stop. Yeah, I beg the trains to stop a lot. Right. Let's open the doors. Where's my button for that? Right, nice. So, as I said, if you look at that middle dial there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to release the brakes until it's about 5. And then put it back to hold. And what I'll do there, as I said, it'll just stop the train from rolling away. And it should make it a wee bit quicker to start off again. So, I'll go back to task log again. Sorry about this. Whoa! I knocked the lever. That's why I started rolling. So that was nothing to do with the sim itself. That was me. There we go. I'll leave it there for now. Yeah, I knocked it when I was pushing some buttons there. So, pick up passengers, depart 1805. Nice. Very, very nice. And really for me, it's just a matter of waiting until that little red bar at the bottom and a little pop-up comes up and says, get going, James. Failed. Good job, Andy Brown's not watching. No, I didn't fail. Well, in fact, let's have a look outside. That's not a fail. That's a success, my friend. That's a success. Look, I'm I'm still on the platform. Brakes off. And away we go. I'll give you fail there, Diesel John. Right. Well, let's check the aspect as well. I hadn't checked the light. We're good. Okay, we're on an 80. Let's get this thing going. St. Clinton says, I used to play Microsoft Train Sim all the time, but with Microsoft stopped supporting it. Oh, get back in the cab. Right. You know what, my friend? I actually play Microsoft Train Simulator a lot as well, and it runs great. Some of the newer sceneries crash it. But yeah, I play it a lot on, and I've got a Windows 10 machine, and also there's open rails. So if I find something doesn't run with the Microsoft Train Simulator, I put it into open rails and it runs just fine. So bear with me now. Let me just check. What have we got? So yeah, so we're like 19 seconds behind schedule. Nice. And we're approaching 100. Very cool. So St. Clinton says, got into America Truck Sim about 2 years ago, which brought my interest to doing you know what, my friend, that's exactly what happens. With me, it was watching other streamers and I go, it's like Dan just said, or Diesel John just said, you know, I'm making him feel like he wants to get the controller out again and get the train sim running. And when I'm in Euro Truck Simulator, then I'm thinking about Bus Simulator, and around we go, you know. But I'm really hoping to finish this today. In fact, where are we? Let's have a look at the task log. So we got 3 more stops. 3 more stops and we'll be done. And it may not seem a lot. This isn't a hugely long journey. But if you have a look up there, Diesel Dan, it says Marylebone-Banbury in August 2016. That's when this was set for me. Right at the top of the briefing. But yeah. Cool. Yeah, and you know what, Diesel John, the only problem with the rail controller I have is that there's so many buttons and I don't have the muscle memory as to what buttons where yet, so I have to look down and read and other than that, I'm totally loving it. Totally loving it, mate. And the one thing I didn't do was put the audio through the speaker. Whoops, 100 miles an hour. Slow it down there, Seamus. And for those of you that don't have a rail driver, there's an inbuilt woofer. It's a small bass speaker, and you can actually feel the train rumbling in the controller, and it really adds a lot to the immersion. But yeah, Diesel John, I have been playing with the steam trains, and I actually put a question out there that I'm not sure if anybody saw. Oh, hang on. I think this is my stop. See that as panic sets in. Haddington Tame. There, this is my stop. This is when I start begging the train to stop again. I think we're good, yeah. And we're actually ahead of schedule again. We're like 20 seconds ahead. So, very cool. And yeah, so with steam trains, I'm still really clueless with the injectors. I don't have a clue. I was doing a scenario on the A4 steam train, and it was talking about, you know, now would be a good time to learn how to use the injectors, and it's like, well, it didn't actually tell me what I was supposed to do, so I'm really lost with those things. So there we go, stream elements there with its words of wisdom. So yeah, so make sure everybody has a little bit, stretch your legs and tap your feet and have a quick dance around the table. So there we go, 25 miles an hour, which is cool. And let's put the brakes on again. But yeah, if it sounds like I get in a little bit of a panic when I see a station approaching, that's not far from the truth. I think panic is the word. It's like, oh. Right, so unload. There we go. And I got a button that all it really does is open the doors. Right, let's try and release the brakes without it rolling backwards this time. Which is actually quite good because you saw exactly what happens if you release the brakes without the engine throttle going forward. There we go. Whoa. Calm it down there, Seamus. Less buttons. Right. Diesel John said the steam injector puts hot water into the boiler. Oh, okay. You know what, Diesel John? That's interesting. So in a sense, it's the same as... In fact, let me do the big driver interface. So normally here... Sorry, you can't see the mouse. I turned it off, but... Yeah, so where it says load unload, there's normally a... If there's a water boiler, you would see the water boiler down there and you click on it. So that, in a sense, I guess, is already doing the steam injector. I get you. I get you. So I've actually got a button assigned for that, mate. I set up a different button configuration so that the range switch, it was to do the injectors, but I didn't really know what to do with them. So that's cool. So that's what the steam injector does. I need to just keep it simple and try one thing at a time with that. Right, back to the driver's guide. So it looks like we got from the next one, we leave it 11, depart 11, depart 1813. Oh, 23. Sorry, so we got like 10 minutes for the next one. Okay. Right away, next stop, Bicester. So, is it Bicester or Bister? I think we used to call it Bister. See, this is all areas that I remember, actually. High Wycombe, and I'm sure we pronounced that Bister. But the mechanical water pump, says Diesel John, puts cold water into the boiler and lowers the pressure due to the cold water being put in. So if you've got too much pressure, you could you could put cold water in. So really that'd be a case of if you ever just want to reduce the pressure. Nice one. Okay, so the steam injector adds hot water. So I guess you would use the steam injector at a time when you still need the pressure to be high, like maybe going up a hill, but you want to add the water. But if your water pressure is getting too high and you need to lower it, then you would use the mechanical water pump. Right, good. Sorry, I'm just saying it out loud for my own benefit there. Excellent. Thank you, Diesel John. Right. Well, this is... Now, I was going to say this is going great, but every time I say that, if I'm in a bus, I lose wing mirrors. If I'm in the tram, then I forget where I am, and I don't open the doors on time. And if I'm at a train, I run a red light. So I'm not going to say anything other than let's have a look outside. There we go. Love it. But yeah, this is a grand little route here, Diesel John. It's I only started it myself yesterday just to test everything out, and yeah, really enjoying it. Diesel John says also putting coal on lowers the steam pressure too. See, it's a juggling act, isn't it, mate? It is a real juggling act between water pressure, speed, and then still trying to drive. But yeah, the Goblin Zeus, welcome, my friend. Yeah, this Goblin Zeus says much faster than a bus and a truck. It is when you don't miss the AWS and acknowledgements and running red lights. Because yeah, so far today I'm doing good actually. We're on a track, part of the track that's 100 miles an hour. And that probably made no sense whatsoever, Goblin Zeus. I was referring to my incidents on yesterday's stream. But today we are doing good. And Diesel John says, yes mate, so cool, thanks for clarifying that. What I need to do is probably just do an open roam, not open roam, what do you call it, just an open scenario, and just play around with the steam trains. Right, so let's have a quick look at the task log. We've got 10 miles to go to Bicester. Digga. Alright. But yeah, so yep, Train Simulator 2021, here we are, Goblinses. Steam trains are a lot of fun, mate. It just, for me at the moment, I didn't want to actually stream it while I've got the stream working, I've got OBS working, I've got the audio, the controls, everything working, so I'm just using a diesel electric at the moment. But Steam is definitely there, you know. I've been playing it offline, so to speak. But once I get a bit more comfortable with the controls and the water and the coal and the steam injectors, then I'll definitely be streaming that as well. So Goblins Use says, in France we have some very fast trains. Yeah, that's the thing. The UK really, most of the infrastructure is old. You know, it wasn't meant for high-speed trains. It's I know China. Now, I was watching Squirrel the other day, and I'm seriously thinking about, if I don't already have it, and doing one of the China rails, the Chinese rails. Seriously thinking about getting that. Right, we've got an aspect coming up. Let's have a check on that. Oh, whistle. And it's a green aspect. Nice. Well, I think this being my 5th or 6th time on this track, I'm actually getting a little bit more confident in it now. I mean, you know, when you go from a bus simulator to a truck to a train, you know, all of these sims have their own things that you need to be aware of, different controls and all the rest of it. So yesterday I think all the mistakes were my own doing. It was like I was looking at a yellow aspect thinking, yep, probably the next one's going to be a red, and what did I do? I accelerated rather than slowing down. So yeah, completely my own fault there. So let's have a quick look outside, guys. Let's see what we've got out here. Love it. Alright, so Diesel John has a question. What's the red light on the dash? Okay, give me a clue. Give me a clue. Where are you looking, my friend? And sorry you can't see the mouse. I turned the mouse off because I thought I wouldn't need it, and then today I probably do need it actually, because you asked me a question there. What's the red light on the dash? Now you can have a quick look at the task log on the left above the gauges. So next to this one, it actually says DRA isolation, but when I put my mouse over it, nothing happens, mate. But the one next to it is a warning light test button, Oh, it does nothing either. But yeah, it says DRA isolation, my friend. Right. This is very cool. We're ahead of schedule again. Ahead of schedule. Right. So 1.6 miles. That means don't forget to brake. Throttle off. Start braking there, Seamus. In fact, start braking a lot there, Seamus. There we go. Nice. This thing brakes very, very well. And when I say very well, I mean consistently. I'm starting to get a feel for it. As long as, if I'm doing 100 miles an hour and I'm a mile away, then the brakes are probably going to be fine. Yeah, look at that, you know. In fact, let's release the brakes and then put it back on hold. And just look at the brake pressure, release them again. Ah, okay, well that's funny, because the brakes off are at 5. No wonder the train was rolling back. So in future I'll probably make it 4.5 or something on the gauge. And what I'm looking at is this gauge down here on the in the middle. So I was putting it on 5 thinking it would hold it, but that's the brakes completely off. So no wonder it was rolling when I did that. Right. Anyway, we're doing less than 20 before we hit the beginning of the platform. Yeah, we're crawling in, but that's all right. Wake up a few people here. But this is a really enjoyable scenario. You just have to keep your wits about you with the lights. If you see an amber on this one, you are probably going to get a red. And a lot of the problem is my own doing, like I said, is that I was ahead of schedule. I was a minute and a half of schedule, and no wonder it was going red on me, you know. Alright, put some brakes on. Back to hold. Bit more brakes. We should be good to go. Nice. Open the doors. Right, so there we go. I've got it on 4,500, 4.5. Whoop. Whoop. Sorry about that. So yeah, so I've got it on instead of 5 now, we've got it 4.5. Bars. So red brake, blum blum blum. But yeah, that one there you were talking about, Dan. Yeah, I don't know if you could read it now. It says DRA isolation. And the one next to it is test, but again, nothing happening. I'm just moving my mouse across all of these. Nothing on any of them really. Nice. Alright, let's have a quick look outside. Oh, look at this, Bicester. Bicester North. So Goblin Zeus says, Away's going to work by train, TER. Oh, train express. In fact, let me get this train right away, final stop. Let me get this train going. Oh, did you see the carriages? They separated a little bit there when it did the pickup. That is so cool. So Goblin Zeus said, I'm always going to work by train, TR, train express regional, and intercity train quite comfortable. Nice. Very nice, mate. Right, so we're still on 100 miles an hour. Wow. The last leg, ladies and gents, the last leg. Goblin Zeus says, okay, going to dinner, we'll come back. Hey, you take care, my friend, catch you in a wee bit. So this is the last leg. The 5th time I've been on this track in 2 days. And can we actually finish it? This is the question. I should be a little bit more optimistic and go, yes, we will finish it, but I'm not going to tempt fate. But Diesel John, a lot of the buttons in here, it's just part of the scenery, you know. I'm looking at all these lights in front of me, nothing. AWS isolation seems to work. Okay, but I like to keep the AWS on actually. Why am I not going any quicker? There we go. I was in level 7 throttle, need to be in level 8. But yeah, this has been a very enjoyable drive actually. As I said, the brakes really is just 4 positions with emergency. Anything else work along here? Oh, desk lights. Oh, would you look at that? See that, John? I was looking for this yesterday. Nice. Why am I bouncing? Instrument dial lights. Hey, now this is impressive. This is impressive. So the next one doesn't work. These two do. What's this? Cab light. Oh, and I got a cab light. Headlight dimmer. Train length. No idea what that does, so I'm going to leave it alone. You know what, that's the thing about familiarity, isn't it, Dan? Let's have a look down here when we go through the tunnel. Nice, okay. It's called familiarity, and having not been in this yesterday, I didn't actually go through the controls, to be honest. I was more concerned about getting it moving from A to B. Very cool indeed. Nope, 100 miles an hour. Oh, we've got a tunnel coming up here, so let's have a look and see what it does there. Oh, it's a diddy little tunnel, okay. Oh no, it's not too bad. Should be long enough for us to see how these lights work actually. I'm rather pleased with that, and I'm glad I started messing about with the buttons. Alright, here we go, guys and girls. Let's see what happens now. That's more like it. That's more like it. Yesterday I went through a tunnel earlier and I couldn't see a thing. Oh, very nice. That's very nice. Alright, so we've got a 90 coming up. So I'm just going to ease back on the throttle. And that should be enough, I think. Still got a green aspect, do 97. Might need to apply a wee bit brake here actually. Yeah, let's slow down a wee tad. Apply, back to hold, and release. There we go. Nice. Nice. Really enjoying the controls on this. Really enjoying the controls on this. Oh, excuse me. Wow, and we're like 3 minutes ahead of schedule again. Still got a green aspect. Got an 85 coming up. Apply the brakes a little bit. Hold and release. There we go. Oops, swaying a wee bit, but that's okay. Man, that's a narrow bridge. And back up to 90. Very cool. Green aspect. Yes, I'm holding my breath here, actually. You're thinking, Seamus isn't talking. It's like, nope, I'm applying the brakes instead of the throttle there. I'm so close to finishing this, it's like I don't want to mess it up. Right, so 40 is for the other track, which we're not using. We should be good to go. Was it they say almost over bar the shouting? Oh man, very, very good indeed. So we keep it in one with the throttle, we should be good, I think. Alright, let's have another quick look outside there, guys, I think. That's a... oh, whistle sound. There we go. Cows in the field. Sorry, cows in the field. Alright, so we've got a light coming up. Yeah, but I'm becoming paranoid about every time I see a light now. Is it going to be red? Is it going to be red? Is it going to be red? Or amber? There we go. Right, we've got an 85 coming up. Let's take the throttle off. I guess that's cheating just a little bit, isn't it? Looking round the corner, but it's my train set. I can do what I want with it. Right, so let's start. Get some brakes on here, Seamus. In fact, let's jump in the cab actually. There we go. So apply some brakes and put it back on hold. In fact, there we go. So it's about a mile away. And just hold that. I think we've... in fact, don't think, Seamus. Don't think till you're there. Right, I've released the brakes. And what have we got time-wise? Man, we're still early. This is very nice. And that's the good thing about doing these. The more that you do them, the scenarios, the more you realise you don't need to get in a panic with the brakes, you know. It's all the speed. Because, oh, what a terrible word. Because I'm like 3.5 minutes early. You know, just control it, control your braking, control your speed, don't get in a panic. But you know, this is the first time on this route, the first time in the Class 68, the first time actually getting the streaming all working. We've got a 15 coming up, which should be good to go. Man, I'm impressing myself. And you know, when I say that when I'm driving the bus, you know what happens? I lose a wing mirror, so There are no plans to lose wing mirrors here, but this is very, very, very enjoyable. Man, this is good. Alright, I actually don't need all these lights on, where are we? Turn that one off. Turn that one off, 'cause I don't like it. There we go. What's this one? Cab light. There we go. Bit too glaring for me there, but I'm sure at night that would be excellent. Wow. We have made it. An hour and 20 minutes. You know, the feeling of satisfaction of getting this done is great. It is very, very good. Diesel John says, get the safety system switched back on. Yeah. It's my train. It's my train set. I'd better actually brake, to be honest, otherwise there we go. And last thing is open the doors. Once we stop, there we go. Wow. Yeah, thank you. Diesel John says, well done, mate. Absolutely, mate. Look at this though, look at it. You know? I'm gonna get a picture of that. Wow. Goodness me. Look at this. Oh, the old post office van's there. Is that a train making a racket? It's very, very nice when you actually finish something. Banbury Station. There I am. See, I'm doing a happy dance in my chair there. Man, this is cool. This is very, very cool. Wonder what this would look like at night. Well done, driver. You did a good job this evening. Yeah, you didn't say you did a good job this evening, but yesterday you made a complete mess of it. That's what it should actually have said. Nice. So I wonder what it's actually going to show me in the... Alright. I wish this wouldn't keep popping up, installing workshop items. Yeah, Diesel John says, definitely get the rail driver out now. Yeah. It's... Watching other people simming is addictive, mate, isn't it? It's like every time I see somebody flying in the Cessna 152, I'm going to get the flight sim out. I never do, though. I end up getting a bus or something, but... Right, so we stopped at 00. Don't know what that means. Oh, it wasn't a stop, it was a passenger thing, wasn't it? Picked up passengers, blah, blah, blah. Speeding 6 times, yeah. Oh, moved to train once while unloading. That's when I took the brakes off and didn't actually realise it. 68 miles. Very nice. Right, well, I tell you what, guys and girls, I want to thank everybody for stopping by. We've got some new friends out there today. If you want to hit the follow button, if you haven't already, that would be very much appreciated. And we've got a Discord channel out there as well. If you want to talk about trains and trams and buses and trucks, you're more than welcome to pop on over. But yeah, so I think we're going to call it a day. I successfully got done what I wanted to get done. So now, what time is it? Wow, it's 1:45 in the afternoon, so I'll probably go and get myself some dinner. So I'll catch everybody all later. St. Clinton says, enjoyed the ride, hope to catch you again soon. Absolutely, my friend, and it's good to see you. So without further ado, I'll wish everybody a grand day and catch everyone on the next one. Take care for now. Bye-bye.
It's plain and simple, dear. I'll still be here when you're gone. You gather souvenirs upon your pawn. My love wasn't ever a game. I lay with cards out on the table. There's nothing to gamble away, but I can promise that you'll never be the same. But I can promise that you'll never be the same. You can double down. I'll still be a proud haven for your love is never love. A river through your bluff, I will be enough, enough, enough. My love wasn't ever a game. I lay with cards out on the table. There's nothing to gamble away, but I can promise that you'll never be the same. It's something you can never take, but it's not uncommon to forsake. Got a chronic urge to complicate. Think of love like a friend, not an enemy. Feeling I have nothing left to hide. I'll say but you know it when it's right. Keep it simple now, living it before I die. Think of love like a friend, not an enemy. My love